Okay guys, so this is my seed sowing mix. Okay, um, we're going to be planting onions today and shallots. Okay, but all my seed sowing mixes, while I'm here, I just want to show you, you don't need to do this for your onions and things, but I want to show you. Okay, it's always good to add some sort of perlite or anything like that to sort of lighten up the load. Okay, and this can be as much as 50-50, and it's just a case of mixing it through. And what this will do, will just aerate the compost. It'll make the roots, make it easier for the roots to get around, and it'll keep the structure much lighter for the seedlings and things like that. Now, like I say, you don't need to do it for your onions and things like that, because you, especially if you're it's okay if you're using seed, but if you're using sets, you don't really need to do it. But even though we're using sets today, because this year we decided to do onions via set rather than from seed, so this is what we're doing. There we go, guys. It's nice and friable. Now, the leaf mould that I've got, I'll show you in the next video, because it's up in the beds at the moment. It hasn't broken down enough to be putting in here, so so we won't be adding that. Okay. Now, what we'll do now, we'll use this. Now, if we were planting seeds, for argument's sake, today, we would sow in this, but then we would top off with vermiculite rather than just covering over with this, because vermiculite is a light volcanic rock, and it's a neutral compound, and it allows you to still get light to the seedlings, and it can help if you are top watering, which you shouldn't really do with seedlings. It can help with that. Okay, so I got a couple of old trays here which were washed out, but when they were finished with, but they've got a bit of dust on them now. But I'm not bothered, because, like I said, we're only putting onion sets in these. So so the idea is to get some. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not planting them straight out. Okay, because onion sets you can put straight out into the ground, but I find that, if you remember in an earlier episode, I said to you with regards to looking around and what's happening around you, to know whether or not to plant. I've got a polytunnel here, so I can get things started a little earlier than what I would normally elsewhere. So I'm just going to smooth that out just to make it a bit easier. There we go. Okay, so just give it a little tap, just to tap it down. And now we need the onion seeds, whatever I've done with them. And they're in a bag over here. So just bear with me 1 second, guys, while I pull these out. So we're doing today onions and shallots. Okay. Let's put these down there. But today, for now, we're just going to get the onion sets in the ground. Now, these are from Taylor's. Okay, 50 sets for $1.99. And the only thing you're looking for with onions is that there's no molds or anything like that on them, and they haven't gone soft. Okay, otherwise you should be good to go. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to empty them up by here on the soil, just to make life easier. Okay, so what we're looking at, we've got the root end here, and obviously this is where it's going to grow from. Okay, it's a nice solid bulb, good size. Okay, don't just go sticking them on, even though this stuff is nice and soft. Okay, just make a little indent with your finger, and then just push in and place the soil around. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to go through and plant these onion sets. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, or I know a lot of you will be aware, but some of you, we've got a competition running on our soil testing video. Okay, if you haven't seen it yet, guys, I really suggest you get across and get it and have a view, because that's going to be running until the 15th of March. Okay, and it sort of works quite well because it'll be finishing just before the Edible Garden Show. So that's the best sort of time to finish it, really. So and hopefully I will get the day off work and be able to bump into you guys. Now, normally with these I would water from below, okay, but this one I won't be watering from below, and the reason for that is quite a long tray, and because they're onion sets, it's not a massive issue. Okay, so we're just putting these in these little plugs, and what it's going to do is going to give the set a chance to get established before we put it out. There's one, guys, I just want to show you. Look, it's all wrinkled up. The bulb itself is actually soft, so I don't know if you can see that. Okay, you don't want to be planting that, guys. Okay, it would just rot off and it would infect the rest of the bulbs, so you need to get rid of those. All right, and that's the only thing really you're looking for. But these seem to be quite good bulbs, and hopefully there's another one there. Soft, get rid of it. All right, there's no point mucking about with them if they're soft. But they seem to be quite good. You always get the odd one or two, and you, like I said, you just hack on, and this putting this perlite in this soil has made it much lighter, and it's going to allow these roots to really get established when they start off. The other good thing about starting them with plugs, guys, for those guys who have planted out onion sets outside, you'll know that the birds like to pull them out. So by doing them like this, they've got a good little root structure, when they get going, and when you put them out, they've got a bit of green top on them. They've got a good little root structure, and they're ideal. Now, they won't stay in these plugs long, just to get going, and then if the weather's right, we'll put them out. If not, we'll just move them into bigger pots. But for now, we just want to kick-start them into action by just getting them into the soil a little bit. I'd be quite interested to know what sets or what onions you guys are growing this year. So if you're growing onions this year, put a comment in the comments box below, because I'd be really interested. Now, the types that we're growing, this bulb here, guys, is a bit soft, so he's got to go as well. Types we're growing, like I said, it was Centurion, okay, it's an early variety, okay, and we're also growing Red Carmen, so we got some reds as well. And for the shallots, we got a French banana shallot here, and they're called longer, and there's 10 in there, so we're not going to be doing millions of them. And also we have another shallot, and this is called something blue Russian, I think, something like this. I'll have to check on the paperwork, but we've bought these per bulbs, $1.69 for that little pack. Basically all they've done is cut a bag down to what they reckon they'll make some money out of, and it happens to be that. I think there's 12 in there, so again, we'll get them planted as well in a moment. So that's really all it is for this video, guys. It's just a quick little video just to show you how we plant our sets and why we plant them in this particular fashion, and how we mix our soil up. Like I said, normally with the potting mix, we would usually place up to 50% perlite, and use our potting mix, and also leaf mould if we had it, but at the moment the leaf mould that we collected last year isn't quite ready, and I'll show you that in one of the later episodes. But so just get yourselves across to that video if you haven't seen it, and enter the competition, because we really want a load of entries. I think we're at about 85 as of this morning, which is really good. This is what I wanted out of them. And alright, yeah, I know it's much easier, and you guys have been doing a fantastic job telling others about the channel. Really appreciate it. One other thing as well, for those of you that don't know yet, we've also started a Facebook group, okay, and that is called Grow Your Own with Allotment Friends. So I'll put a link just down below here, and get yourselves across and join that as well, guys. There's I think about 270 people subscribed to it so far. We only started it 2 days ago, but I think it's it's another place that people can have chats and what have you, and put on any advice that they want to. So if you're on Facebook, guys, get yourselves across to there and join that, and I'd be happy to say hi to you there as well. Keep promoting the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.